Hello, so unfortunately, well, not really either way, but it is a bit annoying that Project Ozone 3 has come out, which means that not much motivation to continue with Continuum, um, which, yeah, is frustrating because I just started to get back into it after playing a lot of Grim Dawn and kind of solved the problems I was having and was moving forward with solutions and getting things tidied up and stuff. And then I find out that Project Ozone 3 is out. And basically, I was only playing Continuum just to prepare myself more for Project Ozone 3 because I don't have any practice with getting to Project E and Avaricious and Draconic Evolution, those end ones. But anyway, onto Project Ozone 3 it is. This is my base so far. I think I'm about 5 hours in. I plan to put some walls up around the edge, but I need some stone. I haven't got to that. I keep getting sidetracked with all this stuff. But I'll go through what quests I've finished and what I've done so far. And yeah, so haven't done too much. Just some of the basic stuff, getting wood and tinkers and getting the the tinkers parts, and then the what do they call this? Just a melter before we get the smelter. I hate that backspace doesn't go back in this thing. It always catches me out. Haven't got enough diamonds to do diamond mesh yet. So yeah, one of the next things will be, I think, to get this done so that we can get into the nether. Also setting up a mob farm. I'm just doing the draw controller stuff now. Yeah. I've done the crusher so I can make the plates to make bucket. A sluice sieve will be fairly easy as well. I'll probably do that right now. So that's definitely some of the early stuff. I'm working towards getting the hemp, because it says hemp seeds, but it actually wants hemp fiber. So I've got the hemp seeds from sieving dirt, and now I'm growing them to get the fiber. And then we'll set up all the wires and get the hammer and the wire cutters and stuff. Start making steel and set up some water wheels for power. The other power I'll be looking into is, I think it's Kappa. So solar panels. You could easily make these ones and these ones. I haven't looked any higher than that. It's just going to take a lot of materials. So if you have all this stuff automated, then you can start cranking it out. Yeah, I haven't looked too much beyond there. I think this starts to get more. Oh, there we go. We've got AE2 is already open. So, yeah, we can probably start on that right away. But, yeah, I don't know if I want to. Omega. Okay, finish all the things, and then that's when we get into the actual in-game quests. And the rewards of just been taking greater loot chests. I saved up like 100 rack. I've just been putting them into a chest so I completely forget about them. And yeah, so I went and just got a couple of those. So we'll go for a tour through the base. So, okay, this is already full. So this is why, oh no, it just happened to pop out. Okay. So what we've got here is the auto sifter. So you put the auto sifter there, you pipe items into it. I'm doing that through this hopper here. I should put a chest, well, I don't need to put a chest, but I need to sort a way to get the gravel into there. So, and then you put your sieves on top, and you can see it puts this mechanism underneath to sieve them. And then you run your stone axle out. You hook it up to a water wheel, and then you put water on it so that the water's running over it. Do that. And I'm using uppers, which are the opposite of hoppers, so they suck up stuff on top to grab the items and to put them into this chest. I've also set up myself a little bit of farmland. After sieving some dirt, I had some seeds. I figured might as well get started on that. So hemp is at 50%. My canola seeds aren't growing. My cotton's not growing. But I think the thing is that I need more light because it's nighttime. I don't have any torches or anything out. Here's my cobble gen. So I've got as much cobble as I need. So for the moment, while I can't automate it, as far as I know, I'll just be, what you do is you take all this cobblestone, you compress it into compressed cobblestone, then you place that down, then you use your stone hammer, and then you get compressed gravel, then you uncompress it. So it's you waste a lot less hammers and it's a lot quicker that way. Obviously I quickly got a bonsai pot set up with the hopping bonsai pot, so it's just slowly making trees, and for where I am at the moment, that's enough wood to keep me going. This will either scale it out by adding more and more bonsai pots, or some other mechanism for growing trees at a later date. My crucible is currently still using a torch. I haven't upgraded to lava yet, which I can probably do, but I haven't had much need for lava yet, but I will pretty soon. And then what I'll be doing is again put a hopper on top, so I can just chuck a bunch of cobblestone in there, and then put a fluid hopper on the bottom into a barrel. I think you can make stone barrel. I can probably got enough to make an iron barrel, and then fill the barrel up with lava, so I could get heaps of lava. I mean, the main idea at this stage is to do all these little optimizations. For example, over here, I've got a barrel at the start, just manually feeding in all my leaves and saplings, excess stuff to make dirt. But the thing is, you've got to keep remembering to come over and do that sort of stuff. Whereas you put a hopper on top, it will just automatically feed it all in, and then a hopper on the bottom, and it'll pull it out. So now I've got 35 dirt there ready, without me having to constantly come back and find it. So you see, there we go, it pops out, fills it back up. So that's really nice. So yeah, just all these little automations help with everything. Little bit of materials that I've got so far from sifting and crafting and stuff. A lot of these are things that I'll use soon. I've still got my Tinker's stuff in here and the melter stuff. Yeah, but for for the moment, I don't want to go through setting them up because I've got all this other stuff that I'm doing. So right now my most pressing need is this, because this is going to fill up, and I want to make sure, like, top priority is making sure that this runs smoothly. So I want to make sure that I'm feeding gravel into here quick enough, which means probably putting a chest on top, just going through, making a lot of gravel, putting it in, then it will last a long time. More water wheels on here, I think up to 4. And, yeah, so do that. I think you can do multiple axles off this as well, so I can do an axle off here and an axle off here and speed it up even more, but I don't think I need to worry about that too much because this isn't cap or anything yet. So I'll just make another 3 water wheels and put them on there. We'll see how that goes, but that'll be after I've set up the storage drawer system to sort these things out. What you do is you use the compression drawers and it automatically compresses these pieces into the chunks. Yeah, so other than that, what's happening over here is I am trying to put off going to the nether. So in order to make a draw controller, we need comparators. Comparators need quartz. So you can get quartz from sieving. Well, what do you sieve? You sieve soul sand. Well, how do you get soul sand if you don't go to the nether and dig it up? Well, there's quite a few ways, but tainted soil and heat sand, they're from the nether as well. Wither ash is from nether. Nether essence is from mystical agriculture, which I haven't started. I don't want to even look at right now. There's still a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't done. Actually, I can do sand in the atomic reconstructor. But it still requires quartz, I think, to make the atomic reconstructor. But this is the one I'm going with now. It's witch water plus sand in a stone barrel. But I forgot. I need a stone barrel, not a wooden barrel. So I'll replace that, make soul sand. So how do you get witch water? You get witch water from mycelium. Well, how do you get mycelium? They're probably not going to tell you here. This is one of these things where it's just nice to know. You get mycelium by using ancient spores. These. So you can get ancient spores from sieving dirt. So that's what I'll be doing at the moment. A bit of a convoluted process, but I think this is a lot safer and easier than trying to go to the nether right now. I've got no armor or anything. Once I've set up the controllers and stuff, and I've sorted that storage, I think it's iota, then I'll be creating this workbench. I can craft it right now, but there's no point until I have the time to actually go through this. And then I can start getting some armor. So, yeah. I don't know how far up I can go, probably to tin armor at least. Probably not electrum armor just yet. I have to look. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's what I'll be doing, trying to sort that out so that I can sieve and get some quartz. yeah, trying to, once these things grow up, I might try and get some lamps and stuff, or I might just place some torches. I can easily make torches to try and get a lot of this stuff growing, like the canola seeds and things. Um, yeah, canola power is quite good. Very scalable as well. You can start real simple and just keep adding onto it. Heaps and heaps of extra processes. So I'll be doing that. Once I've got some armor and stuff, then I can look at going to the nether, but I don't want to go there until I'm prepared. I also want to build up the base a bit more, set up some more areas and things. Passive farm, mob farm, storage, get the basic stuff working 100% first, and then you can see where we are in the quest lines and things. Yeah, so I'll be doing that off camera. It's going to take a long time to go through and civil this stuff. Well, I don't know, could get lucky. Yeah, it's good to be back in Project Ozone. I didn't want to do Project Ozone 2 again because I knew that Project Ozone 3 was going to be quite different from it. Yeah, it's supposed to be a 5% chance, so I should get it. I know I've only got one sieve set up and you can have multiple, but I didn't want to be bothered because I know that this is only going to be used every now and then. Let's do I'll plant that. Oh, and I got some more cotton, and carrot seeds are really good. Put some of this crafting stuff away. Flax seeds. One thing I'll mention also is, if you can see on the end of my hotbar is some coffee seeds too. Another hemp seed, that's nice. That's cooked apple. Is it? You just put apples in the furnace. I've got an iron furnace, by the way. I can upgrade that to a gold furnace now, because now that I've got the sieving operation actually underway, then I'm not worried, because I only had 37 gold. I didn't want to use it all on creating a gold furnace, which all that really does is save me time. So it's not worth the upgrade if it's going to take away from other things. But yeah, cooking the apples is a lot better than juicing the apples. It's over twice as good. Still nothing. Cactus. Coffee can be good food as well, so it is a good idea to do a lot of sieving of dirt at the start to get all these things. All the different seeds, so you got birch, jungle, sugarcane, got some spruce, oak, acacia. So if you're looking for some certain type of wood, you can grab it and start doing it instead of just using the oak sapling that they give you. And still nothing, right? Yeah. Well, I'll keep going with this. I don't think there's a better way of making dirt at the moment. So can't actually compost wood. Maybe if I get a mob farm going, then I can compost the rotten flesh. Yeah. Or fishing. I don't know if I can be bothered sitting up fishing. Yes, what's this doing? I feel like this is just... You can't get away from... Is that it? Having those things pop off. I guess if it's only a few every now and then, you can make like ender hoppers and stuff. Yeah, absorption hopper. That requires obsidian and eye of ender, so just need a mob farm to get one ender pearl for it. The other option is an ender hopper, which requires wither dust, which you need to go to the nether. So probably the absorption hopper is the best one, because I don't think you can get into Britannia to do a hopper hock yet. Or vacuum hopper is the other one, which again I have ender. Same deal. This is the liquid hopper, so this is what I'll be using for the lava. Oh, they do have Erebus in here. Okay, so we are going to be going to a lot of different dimensions. So yeah, probably the absorption hopper or the vacuum hopper. I think there's probably not much difference between them. Actually, it looks like the absorption hopper is more useful. But yeah, so that's the other way, is to create one of those. If you've got a mob farm or gotten an ender pearl from a bag or something, or loot box I should say, then you can just create one absorption hopper and it'll suck all the items up. And that's a more efficient solution. But these uppers are take the same as a hopper. It's just chest and some iron, really simple. A hell of a lot easier than going and making a whole mob farm just to get an ender pearl. And because I didn't have the mob farm set up already, I didn't want to bother with it just yet. Yeah, I'll have to look into getting more dirt and stuff. So yeah, I'll leave it here, and See you in the next one. Probably a lot more progress at these early stages. You can do a lot if you just put your head down and look at the quests and look at where you're having to do things manually and asking how do I kind of automate some of it at least. I mean, you can see I don't have pipes going everywhere or anything yet. I can't really do that. But I can still have some hoppers and some chests and stuff, which takes out a lot of the manual oversight that you need to do for some of these things. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.